Welcome back to Let's Play Fire Emblem: The Sacred Stones. We have to save Erica because she's kind of in trouble because, as we saw, Johanna Hall was attacked and they came outside and then it's like, oh, there's more enemies here, so we have to go save her because she's pathetic.
It's on fire!
It's on fire! That's right, I forgot it caught on fire. It actually did.
When there's smoke, there's fire.
Of course.
CrystalStarStudio. Where there's smoke, there's Fire Emblem.
It's Fire Emblem.
Indeed.
Oh, that's a cool. That should be the catchphrase for our Let's Play. Where there's smoke, there's Fire Emblem. CrystalStarStudio. That's awesome.
Not bad. Not bad. I actually like that.
Or record like somebody saying Fire Emblem. I don't know. It could be you, Tommy.
Fire Emblem.
Yeah, and then just edit that in to the video.
Oh,
Or
conversation.
The when there's smoke video.
Oh, Prince Lan looks normal.
He does.
Each version of Scorched Sand has its own special conversation at the beginning.
That's right. Scorched Sand is the first one we're actually going to see both lords kind of reunite. And I think with Ephraim's route, you get this conversation. With Erica's, I think you get one with Valter.
Yeah. Valter and Reed.
Yeah. So it's kind of cool to see, really two conversations happening. And I think Kayla just mentioned someone named Joshua.
Uh-oh. That would be a friend. That'd be an old comrade of his.
We recently learned that he was actually the prince, and now he's going to be king. I wonder what Kayla thinks of him.
I think Calyx butthurt apparently. That's why he left. That's why he left Johanna, because Joshua. I don't know. I guess after Joshua left, maybe Carlisle started hating Kayla because he wanted more power.
Fire Emblem backstory.
So he wants to be king.
Hey, I saw that transition.
Nobody saw anything. I was ready immediately.
So it appears.
So here's Erica, and we get two units that we didn't meet in Ephraim's route that have been presumably with Erica.
Wait, are they gonna start out at like level 1 promote?
I don't. No, they start at
like level 3 or 5 or some crap like that.
Something like that.
We're gonna see.
Kind of like Dwessel.
Yeah. But we have two bosses in this chapter. That's what makes this chapter so interesting. We have Valter.
Ooh, I can explain.
And we have Kayla.
They have two special items, one on each of them.
Very useful.
Yeah, like PK said, they're very useful. And earlier in the Let's Play, in my part, I thought those were like stat boosting items, apparently.
Not quite.
But I know better now.
That's good.
The Hopland Guard prevents critical hits, and the Philly Shield prevents arrows from hurting flying units like Wyverns and Pegasi.
That's right.
So, those are very good. Very good.
They are very good.
And you get a Master Seal from here. It can promote anybody.
I know, a Master Seal is
up,
awesome.
up, except for the Lords.
Except the Lords.
Except them, of course.
But anyone else can be promoted with a Master Seal at any time.
Because they'll get, they're not gonna get seals, they're gonna get something special.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very special.
Spoiler alert.
Also, we're gonna see pretty much two run-throughs of Scorched Sand. One from Ephraim's perspective, that's the first one, and then one from Erica's perspective. And you'll see that even though they're the same chapter, the strategy actually plays out much differently.
Yeah,
because
start places.
Right.
And
with Ephraim's, your main force starts down in the corner here, but with Erica's, your main force is at the top of the map, and you only have a few units at the corner here. So I found when you play with Ephraim, you have to really engage all these units to the east because they're on grassy terrain, so they don't get slowed down by the desert.
Yeah.
But when you're with Erica's, you can kind of go a little more slowly and just move this few straggling units with Ephraim up to Erica's position really quick. So once again, I think it's tougher in Ephraim's route.
It is definitely tougher, especially because you get a lot of reinforcements. Did you already mention the Pegasus Knights that come from?
No, I didn't mention that.
Because you get Well, actually, I don't know if it's different in this one because.
No, we still get the Pegasus.
Okay.
Indeed.
I guess high.
Well, in my part that comes up after chapter 16, depending on which route you chose, there will be slight differences in what and when certain reinforcements come in each chapter.
Right.
Yeah.
So I
And
didn't know if it was different.
Another thing to note, if you haven't played this game or Fire Emblem 7 before, here's a quick reminder about desert movement. Foot units, normal foot units, their movement gets really lowered, like cut in half. Mounted units can only move one space at a time, and mages and flyers, they can move uninhibited.
Yeah.
So basically, loot is going to cream everyone.
Oh yeah.
I didn't bring loot for mine.
You
I kind of
sadistic.
gave up on loot. Loot wasn't really working out.
Hey, you have Artur.
I have Artur instead.
Yeah. Well, it'll change when I start playing.
Oh, great.
Loot is awesome.
I'm sure that's what everyone's looking forward to.
CM's loot is definitely better than my loot.
That's true. I mean, your loot doesn't have any magic. It has good stats, but no magic.
Yeah,
Like
that's
his-
exactly why I'm promoting her to a Mage Knight.
Yeah.
It's
Good-
like
good.
his E1 has no defense.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Speaking of E1, my E1's still a pupil.
Yeah, what's up with that, man?
I don't know.
This is a perfect chapter for him to get easy, like, up to
I know.
20.
This would be a perfect chapter for him to get good kills, but he can only
If he
get
does
like 2 of them.
Chapter 10 here, we are going to disown you.
Oh, he will. Don't worry about that.
Wait, did I say chapter 10? I meant level 10.
I think you said chapter.
Yeah.
If he doesn't go back in time, then so help me God.
That would be a weird mechanic for a Fire Emblem game. Time travel.
But
Altered timelines.
yeah, that would be really strange. I don't think
like-
it would really work.
It's like, if Fire Emblem had time travel, if you went back 5 chapters, would you be going to the next chapter, or would you be going back to that chapter? And then going through all the other chapters again.
If you started at the end of the game, and with each unit you killed, your units became progressively weaker, to eventually go to the beginning of the game.
Are you trying to fry our brains?
Now that is just weird.
Just shut up and take my money. Sorry, I heard fry, so I just said that.
Also, I didn't use Fran's hair either for the same reason that mounted units
Oh
are.
my, Kyle is...
Yeah, Kyle is really good.
If you have any mounted units here, keep them on the grass.
Yeah. I could have used Fran's down here, but it actually kind of worked out better that I didn't take him. And instead I took Natasha over La Raquel or La Rachel, whatever you pronounce her name. For the same reason. That she can move uninhibited on the sand while the other one would not be able to because she's mounted.
How about we just call her Laracha?
La la
That's-
la 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 la.
Don't be scared.
Sha la 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 la.
My friend is actually selling CDs at a garage sale, and he had, and this is probably not on the CD, but he had a Disney hero.
Yeah.
album.
Hero. So does that Aladdin and Hercules?
Yeah, like those guys.
That's pretty funny.
Those guys.
Those guys.
Or is there one that was sha la 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 la?
This is like Jersey, and I bet Paper Mario guy could relate. Them's guys.
He's from Jersey.
These guys.
He's from the Jersey Shore.
But yeah, Laracho needs her own theme song in the style of Sailor Moon because that's who she is. She keeps talking about fighting for
Fighting evil.
justice. Yeah.
Fighting evil by moonlight.
This one's for you, Odin.
Yeah, I know. Let's get Odin's back on the case.
And she can use light magic if you promote her a certain way.
That's right. Everything works.
It's perfect. She is Sailor Moon on a horse.
Yep.
Well, actually, that's kind of an antithesis to Sailor Moon, because Sailor Moon's pretty timid.
That is true. And Laracho just dives headlong into evil. She's more like Sailor Mars in that aspect.
I don't know the
Sure.
show. You
Sure,
know the show better
we'll
than
go with that.
Hey, I watched it a long time ago, back when the dub was on the air.
the Pasta King, resident Sailor Moon expert.
I watched it too. I don't know why. I don't know.
I tried watching all through the first season, and I was watching the Japanese dub. It
was something like there was never anything else on in that time slot or something, or it was like wedged between two shows that I really liked. I don't remember what reason, but it was something like that.
I only watched it because at my age, girls in short skirts were certainly appealing.
Oh yeah, you're an old man. So back when Sailor Moon was out, you were going through that awkward phase that we all go through.
Yes.
Yeah, midlife crisis when you turn 40.
Well, not quite, but
I missed it by about 30 years.
Yeah, missed it
I was a teenager with raging hormones.
He was like, "What is happening to my body? Oh my god,
my body is not ready."
I say, my body appears to be in a state of rigor mortis.
What?
I was quoting stupid.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
But yeah, that's the same reason I watched like Captain Planet, because there was nothing else on at like 3 o'clock, or whatever time it was on. So
Captain Planet himself was a badass. He was like Captain Falcon, but the Planeteers, they were the Punketeers, just like the villain said.
The Planeteers were lame.
Yeah, especially Mati. I mean, what kind of power is heart? Seriously.
They never they could never do anything by themselves. It was always just like they'd try to do it and then they'd be like, "Oh, we suck. Where's Captain Planet? Because he'll save us." You know.
Captain Planet would come in, he'd say some one-liners, and then he'd save the day. Great show.
What if you were comparing Captain Falcon to Captain Planet? So the 4 elements of the Falconteers would be punch, kick, moves,
or yes.
Or yes. No, yes would be heart.
Yeah, yes would be heart. Good point. While your powers combine, I am Captain Falcon.
Yes.
Yes.
So how do we solve this problem?
Captain Falcon.
With a Falcon punch.
We're the Falconteers. You can be one too.
With the
That'd be great. This needs to happen.
Okay, remember CSS soundtrack.
Yes.
Oh,
We have a lot.
Let me take a running list of what we've come up with.
Oh god. There's a lot of them.
Let's think. We already know strolling.
They see me strolling. Yep.
Strolling. Wait. It's called Riding Dirty, so Strolling Dirty.
Strolling Dirty.
That works.
That's the Strollin' Stew song.
Alright, and then we had another one. We came up with one a few episodes ago.
Yeah, we did. I don't remember what it was.
It was like the Circle of Life, but it was something else.
Yeah.
What was it?
The Circle of Hellfire?
No, it was something with like... whatever, it doesn't matter.
You remember? Something?
No, it was something with like the Trinity of Magic, I remember that. But, I think. But whatever. Not a big deal.
Well, I'll look back at that episode and find out. But now we have this one. What is this one? Captain Falcon theme song.
Yeah.
Captain Falcon and the Falconeers.
Captain Falcon... and the Falconeers. Oh my goodness, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Or Falconteers.
Oh, Falconteers, yeah, Falconteers. So we got 2.
Tears are for queers.
That should be a line in the song.
Oh, Pegasus Knights.
Yep, there they are. You can always take cover in the gate of Johanna Hall. It gives you all the benefits of a gate.
Tears are for queers, because we're the Falconteers.
So
He's already making lyrics. We're on our way to gold status. Or triple platinum.
Triple platinum, baby.
triple platinum with magenta highlights.
And we don't mean the Pokemon game.
We're gonna beat out Justin Bieber.
We're gonna break through that, Fleet.
I was thinking that.
Is that the best you can do?
Punch!
You're becoming a better recording artist.
Oh boy.
Oh, we neglected to mention that there are hidden items. This is like the first appearance of hidden items on the map.
Yeah, that is kind of important.
I mean, it's kind of a tradition in Fire Emblem games to have a desert chapter filled with buried treasure.
That's right.
And I'll explain how it works.
Go for it.
Yeah.
Okay. You kind of need a guide, which I'm actually not really against.
Yeah, you need a guide to get all of them. Or you can just walk around randomly forever. But
That's true.
Or walk every space one by one.
Yeah. But anyway, there's like 10 different items scattered across this big map. And all of your characters have a luck value. I think this is probably the most important use for luck.
Yeah.
Fire.
Yeah.
One of the most important ones.
And normally units that if there's like a hidden item on the ground, if they land on a square in the area where the item is hidden, it'll take your luck number and that'll be a percentage value. And if you land on it, it's like an RNG. So you either pick it up or you don't. But if you have units like Calm and Renak, who are thief classes, they will automatically pick up items on the ground regardless of luck.
Right, they'll always get it.
So that's fun stuff.
And this doesn't apply to assassins, by the way.
Oh yeah, assassins are like the exception, I guess, to the thief.
Assassins don't behave a lot like normal thieves. They don't get a lot of the same bonuses. They can use lockpicks, but other than that, not so much.
One hit kill.
Ross the boss with the sword reaver.
Here we go again.
Boom!
Your blood tastes good on my blade.
So yeah, this is always why I thought Erika's route, or Ephraim's route on this chapter is harder, because you get all these Pegasus Knights up here, and you don't really have a lot of units up here. That's why I had to rush Cormac up here. And, I mean, Cormac can kill them all really easily, but...
Oh, yeah, totally.
A good strategy to use for this map, you have a couple good weapons. You have the... Oh, what was it? The dragon... Whatever the Dragon Lance was.
The Dragon Spear.
The Dragon Spear, that's right. And that's really good for obviously the right part of the map, because they're strong against wyverns and dragons.
Yep.
Cough, cough, hint, hint. And there's also... What's the other dragon weapon? There's another one.
The Dragon Axe, which you can get from that Berserker up at the top of the map.
Yep.
And there's also the Worm Slayer, which you pick up as a treasure on this map.
Ah, yes, Worm Slayer. You get a couple Worm Slayers even before... Well, you get one Worm Slayer before you even get on this map. I forgot where.
Right.
Ross and the Dragon Axe. I don't even... On my file, I never got Ross up to S rank axe, but it didn't matter because he did so much damage.
Yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't even need the Garm.
Because the Garm...
It just destroys everything.
Because I don't think the Garm... Actually, that's a question. I'm sorry, that's a question for later, so I'm not going to bring it up. But he doesn't really need the Garm.
He doesn't really need it. The Garm's also really heavy. That's kind of a downside. So it takes away from your speed and accuracy.
How heavy was it again?
I don't know the exact number,
like
but I know all the S rank weapons are very heavy.
Let me look it up. It was either 18 or 24 or something like that.
24?
No, it's not 24.
No, the max is 20.
Oh, so it's probably 18. Let me look it up. Axes.
Also, I know the Dark Tome, whatever it's called.
It was...
The Dark Tome's weight is 20, which really slows everything down.
Yeah, Dark Tomes are usually ridiculous in weight.
Unless you buy a bunch of
body rings.
I was thinking of the Devil Axe, which is 18 weight, which is awful.
Yeah, you can get that in this chapter, by the way.
But actually, the Garm... Okay, the Dragon Axe is 11, and the Garm is 13. I don't know if that's significant.
13. That's actually the con Ross has when he promotes into either a Berserker or a Warrior.
So he can double with it.
Yes.
So, okay. Yeah, he can double with the... Well, of course, he's an axe class, and he should be able to double.
13 is just about like the weight of like a steel weapon, right?
Yeah. Well, Steel Axe is 15 weight. Steel Lance is 13. Steel Sword is 10.
Yeah. There we go.
How is a steel axe heavier than a silver axe, though?
Good question. I don't know why all the steel weapons are heavier than their silver counterparts.
Maybe it's density.
Maybe. But I guess they wanted to make sure that Silver was like the superior weapon class in all-around attributes.
Yeah. I don't think any of us are in chemistry or anything like that, so density, science, that all gets, overlooked.
We are not science majors.
Silver is just better.
We have some of us with computer and math and English expertise, but not science.
Not science.
And you went up those Pegasus Knights with Innis.
Pegasus Knights are a pro. I tried not to use Innis as much as I could because he's promoted, and Innis is actually good. Like if you use him, he turns out to be a good unit. But
I don't like Nami. I never used Nami enough to, pass Innis. I'm gonna try that to play through though.
The thing about Nami is, I do believe I was hard on her when we first got to her chapter, but she actually does have great growth rates in everything except HP and defense.
So the problem with archers is you have to let them get a lot of kills.
Right.
And I mean, in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't really matter. You get the experience anyway, so I guess it doesn't really matter who gets kills or not.
Mm-hmm.
You have to feed Amy kills, because she has a hard time gaining experience during the enemy phase.
Right.
Oh, I was mentioning that I thought density was the reason why silver was lighter than steel. And it made me think of Back to the Future where George McFly is about to ask his future wife out on a date, and he says, "You are my density." Love that. I mean, my destiny.
Oh, George. Man, he becomes a badass in the new timeline, though.
He's got Country Club George.
And he's got Biff working for him.
He's like, now Biff, don't lie to me.
Biff 10. Though him and his ancestors are a hoot.
Yeah, they are.
Well, I like how you said hoot and they're living in the West.
Buford, Mad Dog 10.
Huh. I'm calling you out.
Oh man, hey, which Back to the Future movie do you guys think was the best, personally?
I don't know. I thought the original was the best because it was, I don't know, it was the original and it was actually a really good story. The second one was also really good. It was a good sequel. Like, because, we were like, where is the story going to go from here? How can I have a sequel? But it actually took it in a good direction.
I would have loved 3 the best, if not for the ending.
Yeah.
Don't give Doc kids. Don't pretend like there's going to be a 4th one and then not have one.
Yeah, the ending to 3 was a little off.
It's like, you got a flying train.
I mean, it was still good, but that ending kind of puts the box.
And then you snatched up in 1885 or something?
No, I don't remember.
It was somewhere in that century.
Yeah, I think it was 1885. You snatch up a woman from 1885 who likely could have been married to someone else.
Yeah.
And then you introduce them to 21st century technology.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh.
It was a cool concept, but I don't know. It didn't really work out.
I'm pretty sure that Back to the Future movie 3 was pretty much the inception of steampunk art and clothing and stuff.
I'm sure.
It's like steampunk. I know that's probably not where it originated from, but it seems.
No, I'm sure it did. I'm sure that's actually 100% right.
Yeah, it's a tough call between 1 and 2 for me as the favorite. And I'm sure that's the way it is for any fan of the trilogy.
Oh, did we?
3 is still good. Like 3 is still a good movie.
Oh, it is.
They're all good. It's just, screw it.
Yeah, screw
They're
it.
all good.
They're all like M&Ms. Eat them. They're good.
Every color is good. It doesn't matter what color it is.
It's like, but there's not enough red ones.
Oh, see, I always like the blue ones, but they're the same. There's no difference.
Oh,
and Back to the Future 3 is that M&M that seems slightly chipped, but it's still tasty.
That's right. That's a very good analogy. Leave it to an English major.
I remember. Oh, was it Melvin in Office Space that had like his little M&M pack, and he was counting how many each killer M&M was there. He's like, oh, I wish they would pack the red ones more. There's red ones in this one than the other one. Said something like that. It's funny.
Something like that. Oh, that was a great movie.
I need to see it. Really, I do.
I know. I can't believe you haven't seen Office Space. It's so funny.
I only know of the stapler meme from ytmnd.com a long time ago.
Oh, geez. It's ancient history now.
Yeah, ancient history. It's replaced by YouTube.
Give me back my stapler.
It's so funny, though. Like, especially if you've ever worked an office job before.
I have not.
I mean, it's still funny anyway, but
yeah.
If you work an office job, you're like, wow, this is not far from the truth.
Mike Judge is pretty good at that, like presenting, typical everyday situations.
Right.
All right. Well, we're getting close to the halfway point, and this is pretty much a route.
Yeah.
A big, long route.
Although technically, if you're really trying to beat the game, then every chapter should be a route.
I guess so.
So.
Yeah.
Until next time, we'll see you guys later.